The night my brother laughed at me, I realized something. Not that he didn't respect me. Not that my family thought I was a failure. But that I had been begging for approval from people who had already decided my worth years ago. And what happened 6 months later? No one in that room was laughing anymore. I'm 38 years old. And for most of my life, I was the almost guy. Almost successful. Almost respected. Almost enough. You know the type. The guy who works hard, does the right thing, shows up for everyone. But somehow still ends up being the one people talk down to. I grew up in Ohio in a middle-class family that looked perfect from the outside. My dad was a contractor. My mom worked part-time at a dental office. My younger brother Kyle, he was the golden child. Athletic, confident, charismatic. And me? I was quiet, responsible, predictable, which sounds fine, until you realize predictable people don't get celebrated. They get used. By the time I was 35, my life looked stable on paper. I worked as a project coordinator for a construction firm. Married, mortgage, 2 cars, routine weekends. But inside, there was this constant pressure in my chest. Like I was running late to a life I was supposed to be living. And the worst part? Everyone around me seemed to agree I wasn't doing enough. My brother ran his own remodeling business. My cousin flipped houses. Even my younger coworkers were launching startups and side hustles. Meanwhile, I was still asking permission to take vacation days. I didn't realize how deeply that comparison had sunk into me until Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving that year started normal. Football on TV. Smell of turkey. My mom yelling for help in the kitchen. But about halfway through dinner, Kyle started asking questions. So, still at the same job? I nodded. Yeah, it's steady. He smirked. Man, you've been there what, 10 years? Don't you ever want more? It wasn't what he said. It was how casually he said it. Like my entire life was a disappointment he was politely tolerating. I tried to laugh it off. I've got benefits. Stability. It's not bad. Then he said something that hit deeper than he probably realized. Stability is just another word for scared. The table went quiet. No one defended me. Not my parents. Not my wife. Not anyone. And in that silence, I felt about 12 years old again. Small. Embarrassed. Insufficient. Later that night, my wife Emily said something that twisted the knife even deeper. I mean, he's not wrong. You do play it safe. She didn't mean it cruelly. But sometimes truth hurts more when it's calm. That night, I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, and a thought kept repeating in my head. What if they're right? Over the next few months, things got worse. At work, a promotion I'd been expecting went to someone younger. My boss told me, "You're reliable, but you don't show leadership initiative." Reliable. That word again. At home, money stress started creeping in. Emily wanted renovations, vacations, more, and I kept saying, maybe next year. Eventually she stopped asking, which somehow felt worse, because silence often means disappointment has turned into acceptance. And acceptance means people stop believing you'll change. The breaking point came on a random Tuesday. Nothing dramatic, no screaming, no crisis, just a moment. I got home from work early and overheard Emily on the phone with her friend. She didn't know I was in the hallway, and she said, "I love him, but sometimes I feel like I married someone with no ambition." That sentence didn't just hurt, collapsed something inside me, because suddenly I realized everyone in my life saw me the same way. Safe, average, unremarkable, and the terrifying part? I had started seeing myself that way too. That night, I sat alone in my car in the driveway for almost an hour. Hands on the steering wheel, engine off, just thinking, and a question surfaced that changed everything. If nothing changes, will I still be this person in 5 years? The answer scared me enough to act. Change didn't start with some dramatic plan. It started with anger, quiet anger, the kind that doesn't explode outward, but burns internally. I began waking up at 5 a.m., not to impress anyone, not to post on social media, just to build something. For years, I'd noticed inefficiencies in construction project management, communication gaps between contractors, suppliers, and clients. So I started learning software development basics online. 38 years old, after 10-hour workdays, with zero experience. Most nights I was exhausted. Some nights I questioned everything. But there was a strange energy growing inside me. For the first time in years, I felt movement. No one noticed at first. I didn't tell anyone. Not Emily, not my family, not coworkers. This wasn't about validation anymore. It was about reclaiming self-respect. Weeks turned into months. I built a rough prototype for a project coordination platform tailored to small construction teams. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. Then something unexpected happened. A contractor I knew asked to try it. Within weeks, he told 2 other companies. Then 5, then 10. Suddenly, I had people offering to pay for access. Real money. That was the moment I realized, maybe I wasn't average. Maybe I had just been dormant. 6 months after that Thanksgiving, quit my job. No dramatic speech, no announcement, just a quiet resignation letter. Emily was shocked. "What if this fails?" she asked. I answered honestly, "It might." But for the first time, fear didn't feel like a stop sign. It felt like a doorway. Within 4 months, the platform gained enough traction that a regional construction supplier offered a partnership. Then an investor came in. Then revenue crossed 6 figures. Then 7. The night everything came full circle was my dad's birthday dinner. Same dining table, same people, different energy. Kyle asked what I'd been doing lately. I told him. He went silent. Then he said, almost cautiously, "Wait, you built that?" I nodded. No bragging, no revenge speech, just truth. And in that moment, I saw something I'd never seen before. Respect. Not loud, not dramatic, but real. And strangely, it didn't matter as much as I thought it would. Because the biggest change hadn't happened in their eyes. It happened in mine. Here's what I learned. The world rarely decides your value overnight. It decides slowly, based on the standards you accept for yourself. For years, I tolerated being underestimated because I underestimated myself first. I waited for confidence before taking action. But confidence doesn't come before movement. It comes from movement. You don't become respected when you succeed. You succeed when you stop negotiating your own worth. Today, my life looks different. Financially, professionally, personally. But the biggest shift wasn't money or status. It was waking up without that heavy feeling in my chest. Knowing I didn't abandon myself. And if you're watching this right now feeling stuck, feeling behind, feeling like people have already decided who you are, remember this: the version of you they see today is not permanent unless you let it be. I want to ask you something. Have you ever felt underestimated by your own family or the people closest to you? And did it break you or push you? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if this story stayed with you, if it made you feel something real, you might want to stay around here, because sometimes the stories we hear are the ones we need the most. I'll see you in the next one.